What's up, everybody? It's your boy Plus. Next up, anime here about in the video. I'm gonna have to apologize for the background in this video, probably, but that's it. Peace.
Villain. Fuck friends, I be riding solo dolo. Gucci on my chest and I came out for rockin' polo. Bitch, I'm iced out, I feel like a walking snow globe. Sensei of the hood, you can't pull up at my dojo. What's the move, where you wanna go? Doing donuts in a row, Louis sneakers on my toes. Shawty threw it on me while I sip under the mistletoe. Niggas talking records, they forgetting I deliver smoke.
We left off on Naruto waking up from the hospital and they're trying to put chocolate inside his eye to make a Mangekyo Sharingan, and he go back to bed. And now let's get started. Dreamscape flashback. Naruto and his mother Sasuke was walking towards where the Naka River. He could see the distasteful look in his own clansmen were throwing his way. Look, it's the Trader family. Is that Jiro spy and his wife? Sacrificial lambs, that's all the family is good for. Why are they still allowed to live in the compound after the shame they bought? Naruto-chan. Naruto-chan. Naruto broke out of the thoughts and found two kind blue eyes looking into his circle pools. Is something wrong? Gomi-chan Kachan, or Gomi Kachan, Naruto spoke with a sad look on his face. I know you and Nissan told me to ignore what everyone says about us. Sometimes the things they say, it hurts so much. Naruto finished as a small look on his face formed on his face. True, his brother always said that a shinobi restrained their emotions, but this was hard sometimes. Words hurt more than actions. Sasuke came down to his level and pulled him up with a soft hug. Even Naruto knew that his mother's health was not too well. She was not as strong as she used to be. Oftentimes, he had to go to the hospital with her to get her through checkups and come back home with bags of medicine that helped her solve her condition. Shishui worked overtime in the Ambu Black Ops to get more funds to find out if there was a cure for her mother's disease that was slowly eating away at her. Naruto, never pay attention to what the villagers or the clansmen say to you. Suzuki says with a sad smile. You are Tusen. You are Naruto. Well, you are Tusen and Obito Nisan. We are heroes of the leaf. Always remember that, Suchi. Kei-chan. Naruto tightened his hug on his mother and clung to her like a lifeline. After Shishui, she was the only family that Naruto had. Suchi, would you like to see your T-san and your Nissan again? Sasuke said, smiled, and activated her Sharingan. Naruto shook his head and blurted out no immediately, then hugged his mother even tighter. It's okay, Kenshin. Naruto says that he suppressed a sob. Sometimes Sasuke will perform the Shikinomi to show him illusions of father and Obito. He will laugh at how much both there were goofballs sometimes. Sasuke Tsukiyomi was powerful sometimes, powerful at times. It felt to separate reality itself. However, Naruto also knew that strain, and that the strain it caused on her mother was too much, and any further complications would make her even weaker. I already know what they was like. Besides, I have you, Nissan. That's all I really need. He released the hug and looked at his mother with a kind smile on his face. She cupped his cheeks and gently kissed his forehead. My little Naruto-chan, you're going to be a fine man when you grow up. Sasuke then stood up as Naruto held her hand, walking towards the destination. Suddenly, a soft tug fell on Naruto's shoulder. He turned around to see Shisui standing there with a goofy grin on his face. Yo, Naruto! As Shisui says this, pouted cutely. He hated that fat Shisui could sneak up on him. Of course, this is Shisui the teleporter, known as the perfect, what's the jutsu called? The body flicker jutsu to a new level. He left after he left after images because of his proficiency. Oh, little Naruto was mad. I sneaked up on him again. Shishui asked with a cheeky smile. Naruto was annoying, and Sasuke was giggling at the interaction between her sons. One day, these Nissans. One day of. One day, one of these Nissan. Wait, one of these days, Nissan. One of these days, you will just see how strong I'll become. Then you won't be able to sneak up on me a little more anymore. Naruto says with his chest having with pride. Shisui simply stared down at his brother and saw that his mother was looking at both of them with a sweet smile. A smile that was too sweet. All of her sons, including her husband, was afraid when she smiled like that. Shisui's sweat dropped and knew that if he teased his brother any further, there would be bad stuff to pay. After all, Sasuke Uchiha had loved Naruto any more of her children. Instead, he just ruffled his younger brother's hair and smiled with his proclamation. You know what, Naruto? I have du- no doubt. Uh, I have no doubt with you. I can't say it. I have no doubt you will. Shisui says this and hugs his little brother, who simply gave in to it. He picked Naruto on his shoulders and asked where they're going. After hearing they were going to the Naka River, Shisui decided to accompany them. He just returned from a mission and wanted to spend his free time with them and his friend Itachi as much as possible. He had yet to get a girlfriend, of course. Even Itachi had one. This often caused dark clouds to gather over Shishui's head as he shook in the corner. Naruto especially found this habit hilarious. Shishui, of course, did not miss the glares being pointed at them. Was not bothered by what the people thought. His father taught his sons a lesson that Shishui later passed on to his friend Itachi and later to his younger brother Naruto. A shinobi is a person who endures hardships and overcomes them. He is one. He is one who believes in self-sacrifice. He does not seek glory. A shinobi always protects his comrades. He is the guardian, the shadows. That is the mark of a true shinobi. Naruto was on his brother's shoulder and looking at his family. In a single movement, he knew he had cherished moments like this. Just wait, Kenshin and Nisan. I'll be even stronger than Mother one day. Naruto got up from his sleep and saw his eyes bloodshot as tears were still freely falling down his cheeks. Kichin, Nishin, Itachi, and Obi-chan. Naruto tried to hold back the tears that were still leaking. He could not. Every time he remembered his mother, he would break down. His mother was the world when she was. It was his world when she was alive. Before she died, it was a rare sight. A rare sight to not see them together. After she got sick, Naruto at times refused to leave her side, even fall asleep on a bed side. At one point, he even said he did not want to lose the family anymore and would gladly give his own life if it meant she could be healthy again. It's funny how fate wanted to play with his already sad existence and added more chapters. Sending him was spiraling downward. There was a knock on the door and Naruto gave permission to come in. It was the third Hokage, Haruja Sabatobi, the professor. He was known to be master jutsu of all five elements. He was a teacher of the three legendary signings. Oh yeah, of the leaf. He had survived all three great ninja wars and living testament to what shinobi should be like. In the back of his mind, the third guilt was being amassed in a large quantity, as he knew. He was responsible for the boy ending up in the hospital. Still, more than 45 decades of being a shinobi has enabled him to mask his emotions perfectly, and he was doing it right now with a fake smile spread across his face. How are you feeling, Naruto? Toby asks as he eyed the boy curiously. I am doing fine right now, Hokage. Lord Hokage. Naruto currently replies and looks down at his bed sheets. He remembered what Itachi did. All the bodies were laying down in the main compound. He must have killed off the entire clan. But Naruto asked with a sliver of hope, Were there any other survivors, Hokage? Hiruzen let a sigh and said with a sullen look on his face, I'm afraid not. Naruto. It seems like Itachi kills everyone in the clan except for you and Sasuke. I am sorry, he added with a sad voice. Hokage Naruto looked at him curiosity. Just before I lost consciousness, I heard a swirling sound. Was there anyone else? Was there anyone else there? Hiruzen raised the eyebrow at this development. No, there was not. Or there wasn't anybody else there. Did you see anyone, Naruto? Did you see anyone? Do you see anyone? Hokage says. No, Naruto added with a tone of finally. Has it been a burial? Or a funeral yet? No, it will happen in a few hours. Do you think you can make it without any problems? Hiruzen asked. The boy had hit with the Genjutsu by Itachi. By all rights and privileges, he should be in a coma or dead. The resilience this young man was astounding in Sarutobi's eyes. Hokage. I will have to go back to the Uchiha compound first. I need to go get my clothes and Naruto added with a grim feeling took over him. He realized something shattering about the compound. No, no one's there anymore. Do you want me to come with you, Naruto? Hiruzen acts as he knew what sort of mental trauma the boy was going through. It's okay, Hokage. If I need help, I'll come ask for it. Naruto added with a tone of finality as he bowed his head. Hiruzen nodded and left the room as Naruto was alone with his thoughts once more. He was sitting on the bed and finally decided to get up with and stretch a little bit. I should get going. Naruto put his regular clothes on and washed and headed out the hospital and the Konoha streets. Naruto was along the road and getting rather frustrated that people constantly give him strange look. Usually it would be the light glares. They considered him being a living testament of his father's failure in the war, but now it was a different look. The one that Naruto looked at him with disgust, and one word came on his mind about the general civilian population of Konoha. Pathetic. Naruto was annoyed because the same people gave him the ominous glares was looking down at him with a different view. It was a look that Naruto knew very well. Pity. He did not want pity. After his mother died, some people tried to show him pity and would let his emotion get the better of him. It wasn't until Mikoto Obi-chan came along and helped him with his situation that he was able to temper his emotions more. As he remembered her, he felt a pang of his pain in his chest. She was his mother figure. Every day she came by and visited him. Sometimes when she couldn't, she would immediately be present the next day with some treats for him. She also tried to give her younger son Sasuke to be friends with him. Naruto tried the keyword tired. Naruto tried the keyword tried. Unlike his brother Itachi, Sasuke was what Naruto called one of the genetic Uchihas. Mikoto had tried to break him out of the stick up my butt personality, but it seems that Itachi had inherited her friendly personality. Sasuke was more like his father, Fugaku. In this case, Naruto had met Fugaku a few times and informed what he preserved that man belief and might over compassion. It wasn't a bad idea, but he learned from Shisui that Fugaku had believed of the Uchiha should push further in their shinobi arts, and he applied with his eldest son, Itachi. Itachi was a kind person, as Naruto remembered, in all aspects. He was more like his mother. He was also a Jaijin shinobi. He graduated from the academy after a single year at age 7. He became a chunin at 10 years old. He entered and won the tournament by himself, no less. At 11, he joined the Anbu Black Ops and became a captain in the Black Ops division. By 13, and became the captain in the Black Ops division by the age of 13. Fugaku Uchiha has truly succeeded with his firstborn and constantly pressuring Sasuke to be more like his brother. Naruto suspected that was the reason why Sasuke so gloom and doom all the time, and that was the reason was he wanted to pass Itachi to gain his father praise. In contrast to his childhood, Naruto got grown up with nothing but acceptance from his mother and his brother. His brother was also a prodigy, was said to be on a par with Itachi, or even better. Secretly, Sasuke has been spending or see him spending time with his own family and Blizz and even Itachi hung out with him sometimes. Sasuke was a bit jealous at the fact that his own mother and brother had spent time with Naruto while he had to work and earn his respect of his father, which he recently started to gain. Naruto, of course, did not know that Sasuke felt that way and never shared with him. Naruto shrugged off all these thoughts and felt a familiar noise coming from the depths of his stomach and felt rather embarrassed. He checked his pockets that he had some money as he walked down the main town. He still felt the look of sympathy being given to him, and as he ignored it, strolling towards where the place he had his last meal last night. He had more than enough money to satisfy himself and to one bowl of miso ramen that he joined last night. Turning around the corner, he had found his destination for now. Now to take place at the Ramen shop. There was a familiar fragrance of spice in the air. The atmosphere itself very calm inside inside the says food store. Naruto lazily walked up to the seat and took one for himself. The mid-aged man came in with a smile straight from Naruto. "Ho, you're the boy that came yesterday. Did you decide to come up for my delicious ramen?" The man had added with a soft smile. The look in his eye betrayed, though. Naruto recognized this look, but it was different from the looks the village gave him. It was the same look of sadness and understanding that Shisui and Tachi and Mikoto had given him after his mother died. The man was probably trying to lift his mood in a light manner while making him wallow in his self-pity. Naruto appreciated this and gave the man a genuine, fake smile that he could muster. "I'll have miso ramen without mema, please," Naruto says with a stable voice. "Sure thing. Amy!" The man lightly yelled towards the kitchen and gave the order. Naruto had seen Amy yesterday, and to him, she was a pretty cute teenager around the age of Shisui. She had light brown hair and a beauty mark on her left part of her face. Unknowingly, Naruto was wondering whether she would have been a good match for Shisui. He had picked up a slight bad habit of matching both of his mother and Mikoto. He cursed himself internally for picking up such an infectious habit. "Okay, Tusa-san. Okay, Tusa-san," said Amy. Amy says as she peeped out on the edge of the door and her sight fell on Naruto. Chiyov gave us a slight smile and talked. "Oh, it's you again. Wait, you never told us your name. What is it?" "Oh, my name is Naruto Uchiha." Naruto introduced himself and bowed his head a little while kind with a face smile that plastered on his face. This is strange behavior to both the man and judging by their face represent his daughter Amy. The Uchiha don't usually bow to the heads to anyone, let alone civilians. They now remember he was the son of Jijiri Uchiha, who common considered a blight of the shinobi history. But another thing he said had caught their attention. "So your name is Fishcake?" Amy asked with a cheeky grin on her face, and her mother, I know her father was about to say something, was cut off by said Fishcake. "It means Maelstrom," Naruto says with a low grumble. Amy and her father were slightly snickering at his behavior. One thought, however, crossed both of their minds. Nope, he's not a normalist. He's not a normal, emotionless / prideful Uchiha. The man says and coughed to his hand. Naruto took his seat again. "I apologize for my daughter teasing. She does that a lot of times. My name is Tucci." He stretched his hand and Naruto shook it witheringly. Bruh, I'm so dumb. They began some small chats and eventually Tucci decided to help. I'm sorry. Tucci asked with this. Tucci decided to try and help the boy. "So, Uchiha, how you feel right now?" Tucci asked with a solemn look on his face. "Please call me Naruto," Tucci Oji said. Naruto says this and Tucci perked at him calling him Oji-san. The boy was truly kind and continually seemed to amaze the father-daughter duo as to how normal and down to the earth as a Uchiha can be. He came here yesterday but hardly spoke and there was a lot of people at the same time. "And I am doing fine, right? And I am doing fine for now. Thank you for asking," Naruto says. Remember this boy anytime you feel like you need to talk with. Remember this boy. Anytime you feel like you need to talk or just want some company, don't hesitate to come here." Tucci smiled and put his hand on Naruto's shoulder. Shelter. Naruto honestly surprised at the man action for the first time today smiled lightly. Arkato Oji-san! Then he found that Amy came forward and placed the ball in front of him. Arigato? Amy Nissan? Amy could not help but ruffle with the young boy's spiky raven hair. Afterwards, Naruto finished the bowl of ramen and tried to pay for it, insisted that this one was on the house. Naruto exited establishment with a ghost of a smile on his face. Then he noticed that a blind and red blur raced past them, left him spinning for some reason. He all he could make out was there was some orange and wherever shook on his world. What was that? He could hear someone excited yelling of a child coming inside the EQ ramen shop, and Naruto decided to ignore the bizarre effect and just transpired. Walking towards the Uchiha compound. Tell about Uchiha compound. Silence echoed throughout the compound. There were no noises of people walking around, conversing, eating, or general signs of life at all. There were some still dry blood scattered across the ground. It testified what happened less than 24 hours ago. Naruto strolled through the general empty populace and closed his eye. This was an exercise he had often performed, she should be telling will come in very handy one day. He did not open his eyes. The image of stabbed bodies and blood were extra into his mind. He could still see them. Echoing memories stamped inside his mind, and every detail as gore he witnesses where he used to scroll by to hunt him. Unconsciously, he headed to the house. It was empty. He took off his candles, went for a shower. After he came out, he put on a black full-sleeve shirt and blue pants. His hair unkept, and one of the bangs overshadowed his eyes. He roamed around to the house and a few times more before activating the silence and the privacy seal. His brother had showed him the hand seals as had to activate them and memorize them with the Sharingan. The reason he had this was simple. His room healed near the leg of his bed. He found that it was the edge of wooden floor splintered. It was the kunai. It was done with a kunai, as Naruto himself had out to practice with them enough to know what sort of mark a kunai leaves. This was strange because it was a secret compartment he and Shisui made. He placed on accordingly. Or pieces of wood entry pieces were taken out. He found a storage seal inside. It had 3 Tomo Sharingan within the seal. Naruto developed a certain fantasist choice to defend jutsu, and he began to simply level 1 from all the books and all the books his parents had. His mother and brother were shocked when they saw him trying to learn seals. It was a rare sight in a Uchiha, interested in seals rather than office's jutsu. He knew how a storage seal worked and opened and pushed his chakra inside the skull. Nothing happened, and Naruto understood the situation clearer. It was the blood recognition seal. It was a bit high quality seal, easily level 5. Naruto bit his thumb as blood started trickling out. He pushed his thumb into the skull with slightly pushed chakra. The skull opened, and he found out there was 5 more skulls and sealed by itself. The skull, however, was empty, had no writing on it. Letting instant take over, Naruto activated his fully evolved 3 Tomo Sharingan and saw there was a Genjutsu on the scroll. He released it with his Sharingan, reading the contents inside the scroll. Dear Naruto, if you're reading this, then it must be likely I'm dead. I have written this scroll exactly 1 week before a mother has died. I am sorry, Naruto, but sometimes we need to know how to grow up faster than we should. I am probably committing treason while writing this, but you need to know for the last 3 years, the animosity between the village and Uchiha has increased. It started around the time the Naruto had attacked the village. The village was in general suspects that were behind the attack. I assure you we are not. I had joined the Hamu Black Ops and I have assigned it to be a double agent for the Hokage along with Itachi. It's my duty towards the village and that binds me to spy on my own clan. If things keep me going at this rate, that what they are, that they are, a fear of scale rebellions will occur, and this will lead to a new ninja world. War. If I would continue to do my mission to my village and not tied down by the ties of the clan. When I was a child, I grew up in time of war. I never wanted you to suffer the same fate our clan, family did has. I swore it was by any means necessary. Don't worry, Naruto. I passed. If I had passed on, I want you to move on. You already have Wiki your Sharingan. I know you will surpass everyone in the family. No, our entire clan. No, you also have the same belief as Obito and father. You have not fell to hatred that consumed one too many Uchihas. My only regret I was not able to see my Naruto become the most powerful Uchiha to grace the elemental nations. I want you to carry on my dreams. I know that one day you will be the one who will liberate the Uchiha clan, the Uchiha curse of hatred. Naruto, I have taken Mother's eyes and sealed into a stable glass container filled with chakra containment liquid. It via itself in one of my compartment of this seal. If you should have wicked the monkey Sharingan, do not overuse it. Eventually, you will go blind. The only way to gain the powers of the dojutsu is to implant the new Mangekyou Sharingan in your eyes from a close relatives. I have not taken because I am worthy of it. Remember, if you do awaken the Mangekyou Sharingan, you must implant to your own eyes eventually. Do not think that's a bad thing. I'm sure her mother won't mind that if you had planted her eyes into yours. You are her favorite. make sure the operation is done by someone who is highly skilled in ninjutsu or healing ninjutsu. All the nerves have been signed properly, otherwise it'll be a complete waste. Also, go to the Naka River and head a few miles east from the usual spot where we used to hang out. You will find a ruin of sorts. A ruin of sorts surrounded by Shinto threads and strings. By the stand of the ruins and perform the handstands, remember it cannot be done with the Sharingan. The person who enters it must be a Uchiha. Tishinori, Tori, Mi, Iso, Tatsu, Yumi, Yushi, Yuma, Yu, Saru, me. These are the hand seals of the secret entrance to the Uchiha Stone Tablet Chamber. I want you to go there and read it. It explains a lot about the Uchiha clan or ancestry or ancestors and the Sharingan abilities itself. Remember, Naruto not fall in arrogance and hatred that attained our clan for so long. I know you're better than that. Just like Itachi, I also want you to find this delivered you, but not by me. You can figure out it was Itachi. He also looks like you. He also looks at you like his little brother. I want you to know this, Naruto. I love you. We all do. Stay safe and grow up to be a fine shinobi. We all know you will be your brother Shisui. Naruto crying freely, and he understood a lot of it now. Shisui fears were realized and became fruitless, or real, kinda. The Uchiha clan must have been planning a coup. That's why someone like Itachi had to kill off the entire clan so that the innocents in the village don't have to suffer. It was harsh reality. Naruto did feel a bit of resentment towards the village that ostracized his father and other choosing life like his comrades over the mission. They treated them like a scum, and occasionally glares and words resentment would not did help at all. He did remember what his family taught him to not be bound by the limits of the clan. Expand your horizons and look at the greater good. Nissan Naruto spoke with sobs. I will not let any of our family sacrifice go in vain. I will carry your dreams to protect the village for all of us. I will protect the village from the shadows if needed to be. But I will also change the way of the village looks at the Uchiha. I will change the Uchiha clan. Naruto opens his eyes with three tomo spout wildly. If one were to look closer, you will almost see the silhouette of the chakra taking shape of the man that will cling into Naruto's shadows. This is the end. This is part 2 of Naruto Uchiha. Scripted, about like a 30-minute episode. I hope y'all enjoy this one, and peace.